Hello everyone and welcome to Lost in the Reel. Today we'll be talking about Pixar's newest film, Turning Red, which will be streaming exclusively on Disney+. Where does Turning Red rank in Pixar's pantheon of films? Is it one of the best, the worst, or right in the middle? Let's talk about it. Turning Red is directed by Domee Shi and written by Domee Shi and Julia Cho. It stars the voice talents of Rosalie Chang, Sandra Oh, Anne Marie, Ava Morse, and James Hong. Mei Lee is a confident, dorky 13-year-old torn between staying her mother's dutiful daughter and the chaos of adolescence. Her protective, if not slightly overbearing mother Ming is never far from her daughter. And as if changes to her interests, relationships, and body weren't enough, whenever she gets too excited, which is practically always, she poofs into a giant red panda. Pixar is back with another original animated film, which is always a reason to celebrate. And with their newest effort, they have strayed from a lot of their roots we have come to expect to bring us something much different than they ever have before. And in the case of Turning Red, I think different is a very good thing, but in a few small cases, not so good. Let's start off with the positives. If Turning Red does anything right, it's showcasing the beauty and nuance of female friendship. So many films garnered to a younger audience concentrate far too much on the cattiness and drama of these friendships, but in this film, Mei Lee and her crew are there for each other through thick and thin. Their relationship with each other feels so authentic, which makes it impossible not to root for them to succeed. And while the main conflict of the movie, revolving around them all being able to attend a boy band concert, feels a bit shallow, it's seeing their camaraderie grow through this conflict that is the real reward Turning Red has to offer. I also think that Turning Red feels like one of the most personal movies that Pixar has ever produced. Writer-director Domee Shi, who previously helmed the charming Oscar-winning short film Bao, and co-writer Julia Cho, inject their heart and soul into this movie. From the setting of Toronto, to the time period of the 90s, all the way to the cultural perspective and the interpersonal relationships between friends as well as with family. It all feels like it comes from a very intimate, personal place, and in turn, it becomes a truly special viewing experience for the audience. It's as if we are getting a peek into the minds of these talented creators, their experiences, and their viewpoints of growing up and coming of age. Pixar really started this trend with Luca, and now with Turning Red, and I hope they continue these very personal original pieces in the future. And this almost seems pointless to say now in reviewing a Pixar film, but the animation is absolutely gorgeous. The studio continues to push the boundaries of the medium and also in trying different styles. Japanese anime is the true inspiration in Turning Red, which is something I don't think I've ever seen the studio try and tackle before. But it looks incredible and feels genuine to the story at hand. I also loved seeing Domee Shi's chunky cute style, which she showcased in Bao, really come through in her feature film debut, and brings in yet another personal touch to the proceedings. Moving towards something that's not necessarily a negative, but more of a worry for me for the film's success, is that Turning Red feels like it's geared primarily to young girls rather than to all children. And this isn't because it stars a tween girl. Inside Out had a female protagonist, but felt like it was for everyone. This film, with its boy band obsessed lead characters, feels so very female geared that I can't see many boys getting pumped up and excited to go see it. And also, let's be honest, I'm a 30-year-old dude with no kids reviewing this film, so I get that I'm not the target audience. But, as I said, that isn't a negative about Turning Red's quality. It's honestly refreshing to see a Pixar movie be so unapologetically girl power. It's more of an observation towards Turning Red's mass appeal. My biggest qualm with the movie is that it doesn't take enough time for quieter, smaller moments. Turning Red is so in your face, full of energy, neuroticism, and hijinks that the truly impactful Pixar moments feel overshadowed. One of the reasons that Pixar is so beloved is that the studio consistently makes films that are able to tug at the heartstrings and connect with people of all ages. While there are moments in Turning Red that older audiences are going to be able to relate to, they are just surrounded by so much childlike shenanigans. If the studio has ever made a movie that parents might not be overjoyed to turn on for their kids to watch on repeat, I unfortunately feel like this might be the one. And I also can't help but think that the scope of this film's ambitions could have been higher. The idea of this coming-of-age story dealing with a young girl's experience going through puberty where she turns into a giant red panda is brilliant. I just think they could have taken it so much farther. The main focus of Turning Red, as I said prior, is that these girls are all trying to go to this concert to see their favorite boy band. And I get it. To a young kid, this might feel like the end-all be-all event of a lifetime. But in the grand scheme of things, it's pretty inconsequential. I get where they were going with it. We're seeing this all play out through the eyes of a child, but the plot still felt really slight to me. So, is this one of Pixar's masterpieces? No, I unfortunately don't think that it is. But it doesn't have to be. It's a beautifully made, joyfully humorous little film that young girls are going to fall head over heels for. I think it's also extremely important for there to be more strong role models for young girls in film. And Mei Lee and her endearing crew of strong-willed, intelligent, and caring girlfriends are just that. So in that way, Turning Red is an undeniable success. So I will be giving Turning Red 3.25 red pandas out of 5. Pixar's 25th feature film is not going to be on a list of their very best, but its refreshingly personal and authentic perspective on female friendship makes it a winning entry all the same. Thank you so much for watching Lost in the Reel. What are your thoughts on Turning Red? Where does it rank for you in Pixar's filmography? On the top, at the very bottom, or right in the middle, like me? Sound off in the comment section down below. And until next time, my friends, take care.